In a small village nestled among rolling hills lived a farmer named Rama. Every day, from the crack of dawn until the last ray of sun disappeared, Rama toiled in his fields. His hands were calloused, his back ached, but his heart was heavy, for no matter how hard he worked, he barely earned enough to feed his beloved family. The soil was stubborn and the rains were often unkind. His wife and children would often look at him with hopeful eyes, and it pained him that he could offer them so little. One sweltering afternoon, as his plow cut through the dry earth, it struck something hard. A jarring sound echoed in the quiet field. Rama knelt down, curious, and dug away the soil. There, nestled in the dirt, was a stone. No bigger than his thumb, but it glowed with a soft, warm light, pulsing gently like a tiny heart. It was unlike any stone he had ever seen. A sense of wonder filled him. Could this be the answer to his prayers? Clutching the mysterious stone, Rama hurried to the village elder, a wise old man with a long white beard and eyes that held the wisdom of generations. The elder lived under a great banyan tree, where he offered counsel to all who sought it. Rama presented the stone, his hands trembling slightly. The elder took it, his weathered fingers tracing its smooth, glowing surface. After a long moment of silent contemplation, he looked up at Rama. "My son," he said, his voice calm and steady. "This is no ordinary pebble. This is a wish-granting stone, a gift from the heavens. It will bring you whatever your heart desires. But be warned, its magic works best when its user is wise. Use it with care." Rama's heart leaped with joy. A wish-granting stone. The possibilities spun in his mind like a whirlwind. He thanked the elder profusely and rushed home, his feet barely touching the dusty path. That night, Rama couldn't sleep. He held the stone, feeling its warmth spread through his palm. He thought of all the hardships his family had endured. No more, he decided. He closed his eyes and wished. He wished for a grand house to replace their humble hut, for chests overflowing with gold coins, and for silken clothes to replace their worn-out garments. In the blink of an eye, it all appeared. A magnificent home stood where their small hut had been, filled with luxurious furniture. Gold and jewels sparkled in every corner. His family stared in disbelief, their eyes wide with astonishment. For a while they reveled in their newfound riches. They ate the finest foods and wore the most beautiful clothes. Rama felt a surge of pride. He had finally provided for his family. But soon, a strange emptiness began to creep into their grand new home. The laughter that once filled their small hut was replaced by a hollow silence. His children, surrounded by toys they had never dreamed of, seemed distant. His wife, adorned in jewels, had a sadness in her eyes that wealth could not erase. The villagers, who once greeted him with warm smiles, now looked at him with a mixture of envy and suspicion. They whispered behind his back, and he felt a wall growing between him and the community he had always been a part of. The grand house felt more like a golden cage. Rama realized that all the gold in the world could not buy the simple joys they had once shared, nor could it buy the respect and friendship of his neighbors. He was rich, but he had never felt so alone and unhappy. True happiness, he was learning, was not something you could wish for and keep for yourself. One evening, as he sat alone on his opulent balcony, watching the moon rise over the quiet village, the elder's words echoed in his mind. Use it wisely. He looked at the glowing stone in his hand. He had been selfish, thinking only of himself and his family. He had forgotten that he was part of a community, a larger family. With a newfound resolve, Rama decided to change his ways. He would use the stone not for personal gain, but for the good of all. The next morning he made his first new wish. He wished for the village wells to be full of clean, sweet water. Instantly, the dry wells overflowed. Then, he wished for food for every hungry family, and their granaries filled with rice and lentils. He wished for blankets and clothes for those who shivered in the cold, and for medicines to heal the sick. Slowly, a transformation swept through the village. The fields, once barren, became lush and green. Children's laughter returned to the streets. Families gathered for festivals, sharing food and joy. The villagers, seeing Rama's selflessness, welcomed him back with open hearts. His own family, now involved in helping their neighbors, found a new sense of purpose and happiness that riches alone could never provide. The grand house became a center for the community, a place of sharing and celebration. Rama finally understood the elder's wisdom. True happiness, the most precious treasure of all, wasn't found in a pile of gold, but in the warmth of a shared meal, the comfort of a helping hand, and the joy of seeing your community thrive. From that day forward, he lived a simple but deeply meaningful life, his heart full, using the magical stone to spread kindness and prosperity to everyone. And in doing so, he found a wealth far greater than he had ever wished for. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more stories that touch the heart.